Come on, son. Let's be out. Gangs. Okay, so we are live, are we? Morning, folks. Very early, a lot earlier, but I'm sure that the true aviation fans amongst us, which of course you all are, we just deliberated then. I've been standing on this hillside for the best part of 2 hours, desperate to show you guys what's going on. And they've just removed the, if you look at the picture that we put up just recently in the last 20 minutes or so, you will have seen this particular China Eastern 350-900 with its red wheel covers on it, and they are just, looks like this aircraft is being prepared for possibly prepared, mind you, those pitot areas are still yet to be oh no, I think they're taking the covers off at least. No, that's the tape coming off, so that's the protective film around the pitots and angle of attack sensors and so on and so forth. That's all coming off, so this could be a delivery of this 350 for China Eastern today. Engine covers, as you can see there, the guys folding them up there, and of course the other one is still on, but that's going to be coming off shortly. So yeah, it certainly looks like this aircraft is being prepped. Got a slightly higher position for today's visit. Probably about another 20 feet up, I would have said, up the bank. As you can see, a great panoramic view once again of the airport, the airfield. We'll keep an eye on this China Eastern 350. So you guys, while you're eating your croissants and you're drinking your coffee, you're luckies. Yeah. There's a young chap who came up here earlier on. Used to work at the ATC here at Toulouse. Now works for Airbus. Space research, which is pretty cool. He said he's going to be joining us a little bit later on. I did ask him to bring me a coffee. Obviously one of the most important factors in the whole exercise. But yes, okay, so let's just have a little look around, shall we? Have a little scan. I'll come to your comments in a moment. I'll fire up the iPad. Rwandair, of course, we're used to seeing Rwandair's 330 Neo. That looks like that's ready for a delivery flight, which I should be going on. So anytime soon we should be getting the call from Airbus to make plans for us flying out there. So nice colourful array of tails. That peach tail, which is interesting over there, you see, that's a 320, but it is a stocker 320. It's not a Neo, which is quite interesting. Good to see that they're still obviously honouring orders and deliveries that they've had for quite some years, and still delivering older aircraft. As you can see there, that A330 looks like a 300. With the old Trent 7s on it, I think. Yeah, I believe that is an old 330. Well, I say old, it's brand spanking new, but maybe that's going to a lease company because there's no livery on it at this stage. Little hop Embraer going out. Oh, so as you can see, this is your direction. He's gone. So cloud cover is relatively low. I'd say probably at this stage around about 500 feet. So those guys are going to need to fly pretty low, which is all fine by us, of course. Wow's 330s still parked up over there. Obviously they are at some point in time going to be reverting back to their original lease company state. More protective film coming off this 350's sensors. How's he going to do this? And he's going to lie down on the deck, is he? Good morning, all members. Hope you're enjoying your Tuesday. Oh, Wednesday even. Yeah. Sorry about that. No. Okay. So, whilst I get my head into gear, just to give you some idea, I'll just leave you on that one there for a second. Good morning to everybody. Tom Bailey, DV's in the house. Grant Collingwood, Ross Kennedy, Andrew Gates, Wayne EGCCCCCCCC. Yes, Scott, thank you. Colin Mellows, good morning. Okay. So we go to, let's have a little look on YouTube, shall we? So we're going to go on to the members channel. Big Jet TV, view on channel. Of course. Okay, that looks like that's all done. I think the cloud cover may get better as the day goes on. Already you can see this guy climbing out. Not as affected, but you can see the clouds around are obviously affecting the area, so okay. Okay. Okay, that engine cover is now going to be coming off, so let's get a good tight look at that. There we go. Here's your comments. Okay. Good morning, the Shaker Maker. Yo, May. Alexi, that's good to see Alexi in the house again. Buenos dias. Good morning. Darren Fox, Alan Gregory. Sterny Man. Thanks, Dirk, for sending through those images. Haven't managed to have a look at them yet. Will do over the next couple of days, tomorrow and Friday. Quite a busy schedule for the rest of the week, but hope you guys enjoyed the Zurich piece that we did. Certainly enjoyed doing it, and it seems that the guys out in Zurich are really happy with it as well. Jean Barret, Jane Barret, good morning. Chris Cush, good morning. Kaylee Seymour, Yo May. Here we go. So that aircraft is now completely clear of all protective coatings and protective plastic film and so on and so forth. So just to give you guys an idea, the aircraft, if you go on to Flight Radar or any other radar app that you might happen to have running at the moment, behind those buildings over there is where the display aircraft are parked up. They have been issued and given a special livery marking the 50th anniversary. Let's see what's going on down there. A little bit of work going on in that tail section there. Don't know quite what they're doing. Is that yeah, that's a protective, some kind of leading edge protective film over the leading edge of the no, it's not. Don't know what they're doing, but interesting all the same. Bical Pam, good morning. Mark Jones, CD1, Neil Greatorex, all the boys and girls piling in. Whatever you might be doing. Very interested to see what's going to be happening with this China Eastern 350. So we do have, guys, just to let you know, I'm sure that a lot of you have read up on it already. Of course, today, 50 years of collaboration between 4 nations, I believe at the beginning anyway, Britain, France, Germany and Spain. All the nations building different specific components of the aircraft. Of course, the UK still building the wings for these beautiful aircraft, and we're very proud of that, of course. The French, I think, are the manufacturers of the front end, the business end of the aircraft, of course, the cockpit. Spanish, I think, are doing the empennage, the rear section, vertical and horizontal stabilizers. Germany are manufacturing fuselage segments, of course, and of course the engines are supplied by different manufacturers, Rolls-Royce in particular for 350-1000 and 900, the XWB Rolls-Royce engine, which I have to say, the Qatar 1000, when it powers out from runway 27 at London Heathrow, makes a proper growling noise, which I'm really happy with. Almost sounds like an A350 coming past. So, you know, that's something I look forward to on a daily basis as the aircraft are going past the office. So this will be, and they are parked up here, folks. We were discussing this yesterday because I believe that the display team, the French display team, Patrouille de France, or the PAF, created around about 1952, believe it or not. Obviously, not with these aircraft, but apparently the display teams, the French display teams, originating back as far as 1932. So that's pretty impressive, really, of those days of their men in their flying machines, so to speak. Of course, today we will be seeing... You all right, Jilly? Of course, today we will be seeing the Dassault or Dornier Alpha Jet, the advanced trainer aircraft that will be leading this pack out. Not quite sure exactly how many of the Airbus family will be involved in the display. I know that the Beluga XL will be here, A350, 900 and 1000 very possibly, most definitely the A380. She's got a special livery on her, and of course the smaller single aisle variants, 320, most definitely the Neo variants will be included. I'll be honest with you, it's a bit of a shame, I have to say, that we're not seeing, because let's face it, it's a celebration of the years of Airbus, so therefore you would have thought that maybe they might have included the 346, which has served Airbus very well, of course, over the years. But hey, you know, we can't have it all. What's that, GP? 6 aircraft. Patrouille de France, yeah, which in other words, it's the Patrol de France, which is the PAF. Yeah, that's the equivalent of our red arrows in red, white, and blue. Okay, so the A220 will be included in the lineup as well. I was discussing with you guys a short while back about the. Let me just see if I can't get this. Just stand by a second. Interestingly enough, that A380 over there could very possibly be the last ever A380 to be rolled out of the Airbus facility. Very possibly. And what did get towed past earlier on was, you can just see her tail, Etihad's A350 1000 came straight past us. Tell you what, I'm just struggling a little bit with this head here. Just see if we can. Say a bit there. There we go. That's a bit better. There we go. Okay. Just keeping an eye on her. So yes, indeed, quite a lot of stuff going on over there. We've now established that, I think we're right in saying, where that Air Mauritius Neo is parked up. That's the ETOPS calibration section, where I believe the aircraft calibrates the ETOPS. more Neos and 350s. Singapore, LATAM 350. TAP, of course, as well. Did see earlier on a little bit of excitement over in the fire section, where it looked like there was they were doing some fire hydrant testing, or hose testing, should I say. So yes, that was here last time, but parked up in a different area. What's that logo? What's that? Which livery is that? Wow, Thomas Frew, fantastic, is watching. Thomas Frew is watching while building A321 trailing edge spars at Prestwick. Wow, how about that? Good for you, mate. So that's what's that, GP? So that Emirates 380, just the tail, the vertical stabilizer is the only thing that's painted on that aircraft at the moment. And that looks like Air Asia. You can just about see the top end of Air France 350 possibly over the back there. Yes, indeed. More Delta aircraft, which we've been reading about in the news recently this week. Another LATAM, Rwanda Neo, and of course TAP's another TAP Neo. So the Neo, very, very popular, but interesting, of course, to see that the 330, the old style 330, still being pumped out the factory. Diesel 1313 Bical Pam, Ian Austin. Senegal, Ian Austin saying, is it Senegal? Nicely done there, mate. Ian Austin, you're on the ball there. Dora Gerber, food shopping awaits. Tomorrow is a holiday here. Wow, okay, well, have a fantastic time. Oh, hello. This is something. Something's happening down there. This could be a test flight in the making. This definitely looks like a test aircraft. Is that an engine starting up? Oh. We have a number of aircraft taxiing. We have two. Are these these two 319 and 320 with the Pratt and Whitney? Oh no, there's something bigger behind it as well. Okay, GP, I think we need to consider. Are you good? You okay? This is definitely some kind of a formation taxi here. Well, yeah, look. This is most definitely. Go. So this is obviously the two single aisle narrow bodies leading the pack here. 330 Neo and what appears to be 350 perhaps. 320 Neo, 319 Neo possibly, 330 Neo, and then the 350, and then so, and here comes the Beluga following it. So we will be joined at some point by the 380, of course, and the 220, which is going to be good to see. So good morning, ladies and gents. If you're just tuning in, we are live from Toulouse in southern France, of course celebrating 50 years of collaboration between 5 nations: Britain, France, Germany and Spain. China getting involved in the exercise as well, not in this exercise but getting involved in the Airbus collaboration at some point. We do have a helicopter, and there's the 380 just making its way up now. Good to see that the aircraft are taxiing up this way, because obviously yeah, 380 is making his way up the back. Yep. So interesting to see that the aircraft are taxiing up in this direction, but of course, what is interesting from the British perspective is that in the early days of the Airbus collaboration, when they first signed the agreements, taking on the likes of Boeing, of course, and McDonnell Douglas, Britain actually wanted to pull out of the agreement because they felt that the A300 was the number of deliveries that the partners all put on themselves was actually too much for them to handle. So, but it all carried on, and in fact it was actually France as well who wanted to pull out. So anyway, 50 years on, and we have a highly successful aircraft manufacturer. Of course, the Beluga XL, as you can see, in the formation in front of the A380, the aircraft that delivers all the individual components, the wings and segments of the aircraft for the final assembly here in Toulouse. One of the most successful aircraft on the planet right now, of course, the A350, and another fantastic aircraft that we're seeing more of these days, the A330 Neo, based on the highly successful A330 program. So they've just revised the it's actually led by a 220. That's good, that's good, interesting. Okay, A220, of course, originally the Bombardier CS 220, 200 and 300 variants, powered by the Pratt & Whitney PW engines. Looks like a 319 Neo. Of course, powered by the that as well, powered by a Pratt & Whitney power plant, which is interesting to see because that is normally the Airbus A330 Neo revised Trent 7 engine. Great looking aircraft, all carbon wingtip. Yeah, interesting to see. Like I was saying, that the 319 there, normally powered by the LEAP 1A, but obviously given the option for the Pratt & Whitney engine, as opposed to so maybe they're offering the variant with both the Pratt & Whitney and of course the LEAP. Give you guys a full shot of that. So now they will, that's just the parade, they will now taxi all the way down and depart towards us. Now at some point in time I'd imagine that the display team, hello mate, Patrouille de France, will at some point make their way out from whence these aircraft came. I believe they were stationed here overnight. Yeah, somebody mentioning about the 340 not being in the lineup. Indeed. Great shame. Would have been good to see. Yeah, it's definitely a 319, isn't it? So probably going to be getting some spectacular shots from the chopper, I'd imagine. Right down that line up. Of course, the Beluga XL able now to carry 2 sets of A350 wings as opposed to 1 set. So much bigger load capacity, and of course powered. This is based on the new the A330 aircraft as opposed to the A300, which the still current flying Belugas are based on, and of course using that Trent 7 engine. So much more efficient aircraft all round, picking up components from Spain and Germany, bringing them in here for final assembly at Toulouse. So here we go. First aircraft lining up. So they will obviously go back, they will go out and format. And just at that stage the sun comes out, which is good. Well, maybe not for very long, but cloud cover is oh no, okay, is he going to turn left for an intersect? Very possibly. Or are they going to be crossing the active runway? Yeah, possibly crossing the active runway and then departing out towards us. Wow. Okay, so interesting to see. Are they peeling off into... I think they're going to do dual runway departures, folks. Possibly. Now, where's that? Yes, I think that's what they're going to be doing. So we're going to be staying live here for the remainder of the day after this display, folks. Lucky enough to see earlier on Etihad's A350 1000, something that we haven't seen before. Obviously seeing a lot of rare a new aircraft here on Big Jet TV on our travels here to Toulouse. Of course, business still carries on here. Just to give you a little idea of the kind of things that we're looking at. Interesting to see that A330, and the original A330, not a Neo. There is the Rwandair 330 Neo with the new Trent 700 engines. As you can see, a lot bigger fan, blade casing. That looks like that's ready for delivery. This is actually the delivery area down here, folks. So obviously, as you can see, that possibly a delivery going out to a lease company before it's painted at another workshop. That 330 Star Alliance 350 Air Canada. Interesting. Air Canada Star Alliance 350. Wow, we are blessed. Right, okay, so here we go. They are lined up as we thought. We are going out dual departures. There's the two first ones lined up right there. You can see top left and right of your screen. now. Hopefully they'll leave a little bit of a gap so that we can get a good shot of them. They are rolling, so here we go. A220, oh, it looks like they are staggering them. They are going to stagger them. Okay, so this is possibly the 220 going out now. It's a 319. That's the little 319 Neo, I think. Is it? No, it's the 220. My apologies. Difficult to see sometimes on the monitor, but is 319. Okay, Bob Hickinbottom saying that was Air, not Canada. Air Ghana, is it? That Star Alliance, not sure. Anyway, we'll come back to that a little bit later on. No, this is the 220 going out now. Sorry, my apologies. Monitor's quite dark because of the lighting, unfortunately. So they'll head out and format looks like the next one out. Is the 330 Neo. He's gonna get a pan-on shot of this. Wow, look how quick. Oh, it's a 350, sorry. 350 going out now. Okay, most definitely the Neo coming out now. I do love the sound of a helicopter buzzing around. Rolling. by the Engine Alliance, GP 7200, I believe. General Electric, Pratt & Whitney collaboration. Okay, some people call it ugly. We love to think of it as a beautiful aircraft for what it's made for, transporting perhaps we didn't get the right information regarding the now that looks like there's something lined up down there. Let's just have a little look. No, I think that that might be the that might be a photographic aircraft, I'm not sure, but yeah, interesting that Star Alliance. So whose was that? Yeah, I'm not sure. So work goes on here at Airbus, folks. We're going to hang around. Another Iberia 350, which we're used to seeing at Heathrow now. Just to give you a little scan of the airfield. This, as I mentioned, is the delivery section. So there's a little privateur, little biz jet going out. I'm not sure if this is linked to the because I do know they use sometimes use a jet to not so much an escort jet, but since we've been following that Neo has made its way into the ETOPS calibration section, and that is the aircraft that was in there. So again, what you're seeing there, folks, is possibly the last ever A380 in production to be rolled out here at Toulouse. Not sure if that's definitely the case, but interesting to speculate. Now, also over there you can just about see her tail, Etihad's A350 1000. Which rolled past us earlier on. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. So, if any of you free viewers unfamiliar with what we do here at Big Jet TV, obviously we have a regular trip out here to Toulouse, and you will be used to seeing patrols of aircraft being towed from one station to another. There's final assembly behind those buildings. Those buildings down there are actually final assembly down there. ATR is also based down there, don't forget. They assemble the ATR aircraft here at Toulouse. That over there is actually the A380 final assembly section over there, so who knows what's going to happen to that once the aircraft is the assembly or the manufacturing of the A380 is mothballed, so to speak. Don't know what's going to happen over there. I should imagine that they will keep those hangars and use them for maintenance or whatever. But in terms of the actual assembly line, final assembly of the A380, have we seen the final one there? Who knows? So parallel runways here at Toulouse, of course. Always a different variation of carriers. And as I was mentioning earlier on, that tail there of that Peach 320 is actually a non-Neo aircraft, which is good to see. They're still manufacturing and honouring orders with the older variant, but obviously preferring to move on to the newer one. That's what they're pushing at the moment. And yes, that is a 340 over there with another Neo test aircraft behind it. Great shame that they couldn't include the 340, because it is historic, isn't it? Today we're celebrating 50 years of Airbus, and therefore one would have thought that if they had the opportunity that they might have interesting Embraer, Lufthansa Embraer. Yeah, one would have thought they might have rolled out at least one of the older aircraft, being the A340, of course. I don't think that Airbus have any A300s that are still flying in their fleet. Anyway, Stevie Wilson saying Airbus jets forming in 2 waves, so it seems. Yes, that's the way it's going to be, I'd imagine. Lee Michelle Richards, Richard Mortara. Luke Van Jaap, Darren Smith. Smithy mentioning the Falcon 20, that must have been that bizjet that just went out. Very rare to see these days, he's saying. Thanks for that, mate. Joyce Stanford, Tim Hawkins, Blake Riley, Wendy van der Weg. Yeah, people mixed feelings about the Beluga. Personally, I think it's a beautiful aircraft. I think it's an achievement in terms of what they've done to that to the original airframe, to lower the nose section, lower that. You know, there's a tremendous amount of revision that's been done to that aircraft in order to make the Beluga happen. So I think it's a great aircraft myself. Couldn't have done that if I tried. Jochen B, Caroline Blair, Stephen McGuinness, Shakeshaft, Beverly Youngs, Chris Baisley, Graham Bessie, Hammer B, Ian Austin, channel members galore watching right now. How you guys all doing? So, yes, the early days of Airbus. Obviously brought on to take on the big boys out in the US, the likes of Boeing. It was a tall order, it has to be said, but eventually it all came good in the end. Of course, what did the British have? De Havilland, we had the Trident, Vickers, of course, who originally built the Viscount, the VC-10, but nothing in terms of competition with Boeing in the US. Even McDonnell Douglas falling foul to that over time. So, let's just have a little look here, shall we? Judy, can you send me the link, YouTube link on WhatsApp, please, for free view? Yeah, thanks. Just have a little chat with the Freeview crews. Stevie Wilson, Mark Jones. So if you're wondering what we're waiting for, folks, if you just joined us, we are celebrating 50 years of Airbus, and we have a fly past that's going to be happening. Now, what is interesting is the fact that it is the cloud coverage, as you'll see from this Air France 320, it's just about to hit the clouds any moment now. There you go, you see. I'd say no more than sort of like 500 feet is the cloud base. So whatever they do, I think they're going to have to fly pretty low. Thanks, GP. Okay, interesting. Uma Shakil, good morning. Ian Child, good morning to you. Vinnie Jones, morning all, and a happy 50th. Thank you very much indeed. CPR 1, 2, 3, 4. Abner Jaggy, good morning to you. Trish Peters, Robin Ter Matt. Yes, this is live, my friend. I'm just giving you a shout out. Hope you're well. Vele Ya Class Ebara. When will they come? Well, a lot of people who watch Big Jet TV and a lot of aviation fans, of course, will be watching their flight radars, and some of those aircraft will be on flight radar right now. So you'll be able to sort of track them according to our members who are giving us feedback on the channel right now. They're formatting into 2 segments, so we should expect to see that. At some point, obviously, they need to join up with the display team, the French display team. the Alpha Jet, which is an advanced trainer aircraft used by the Patrouille de France, which is the PAF, the equivalent of the British Red Arrows, of course. JRJ Photo, heading over to Manchester. We'll be at Manchester this Saturday, folks, for intense spool up. 20 minutes of free view from that spool up point at Manchester this coming Saturday. You might want to join up for that one. Just at least subscribe to our free view channel. Just make sure that you go to the best place that you can do that would be head over to bigjet.tv. Julie, is the banner on the left or not there? No. Okay, so what you need to do, can we put it up, or is that can we put it up? No. Okay, so the best place you want to head to, folks, if you want to find out about Big Jet TV. Also, if you want to try Freeview, and you fancy just a one-click run through that, all you need to do is go to bigjet.tv, and there'll be 3 buttons on that page where you can try the Freeview, of course. You can also read about everything that we do at Big Jet TV, how we use your subscriptions, how they're actually used to get to put Big Jet TV in its position where it's able to go out to these places and film, and it's a full-time operation. So basically, how your money is put to use is all there in black and white, literally, on the website. You can see that, and of course, there's a join button there as well if you fancy that. Abner Jaggy, who knows Indigo Airlines? Yes, interesting. Yes, obviously some exotic airlines that we're not used to seeing in Europe. Of course, they are delivered all over the world with Airbus, and of course those 3 there alone are unknowns to me anyway. Jacob Mould. Andrea Moore. Belugas are happy planes. Indeed they are. Yes. Max Clayton, only Airbus A300 Airbus still have is in the Aeroscopia Museum, not too far from the airport. Yes, indeed, Max Clayton, the only A300 Airbus still, yes, and also they have the old Guppy over there as well. Sniper for hire, cheap eye. What is the tan coloured plane in the background? Are you referring to that one there, that A330 there? I'd imagine that he is. This is the delivery section here at Toulouse, so there's a good possibility. Is that a test reg on there? Just have a little look. Yeah, we got a reg there right now. EC-330. And it looks like is that a Spanish flag on it? Yeah, so that may be that may be going to a lease company. I'm not sure, but looks like that's ready for delivery. Even though it will obviously go off to be painted in whatever workshop. So, Harvard driver, Star Alliance aircraft parked next to the Qatar was Air China. Okay. It was Air China, so that is Air China, that one there. Okay. Why I say it's just understand, folks, that I'm looking on a very small monitor here, so sometimes I do make the odd mistake. Wow, interesting, folks. We've just found out that registration on that 330 is for Australian Air Force, or is registered to the Australian Air Force, which is interesting. That China Eastern 350 was had engine covers and wheel covers on it earlier on, all now being removed. So I think we might see some action from that a little bit later on. There's something coming in now, just one of the commercials, I'd imagine. Airbus military. Well, well, well. Okay. So what's that been in for, a refurb or what? That we are led to believe, folks. Okay, so that is an Air Force aircraft. So not a new aircraft. I'm not sure if Airbus are actually still manufacturing new A330 2 and 300 aircraft, or if they've completely switched the assembly to Okay, so there we go. Airbus military headquarters. Airbus military, did you say? Okay, in Spain. So that aircraft, obviously, but I'm not sure. I don't know if they. I'd love to find out if somebody could possibly. Simon Rowlands, interesting. Thanks for that, mate. Peach are a budget carrier based in Japan. So there you go. Peachy. Meow-san. Great information coming from you guys. Richard Mortara. EC330 was an Australian Air Force A330. Must have been returned and going back out on lease. Okay, so there we go. Oh, there we go. Luke Van Jaap. Yeah, very rightly so, saying, as mentioned above, likely military as they paint it themselves as required. Andy Gibson, military variant A330 MRTT. Stevie Wilson has popped off. Okay, so we have them turning back towards Toulouse now, folks. Okay, so one thing I do need to do is Lulu Brennan, good morning. Bayer Ganbold, shout out from Mongolia. Good day to you. Lulu Brennan, well, we're not in Heathrow because we are at Heathrow regularly, so tune in on another occasion and you will find us at Heathrow. You a nerd, where are you next at? When are you next at Manchester? Well, just told you there, my friend. You a nerd, we're there on Saturday. This Saturday we will be at Manchester. Joshua Harvey, good day to you. Umesh Shakil saying that they are coming. Thanks, mate. David Bradley, good morning. Michael Harris, is that an Air New Zealand plane next door to Peach? No, that's Star Alliance, my friend. Gary O'Rourke, weather is a bit chilly. It's a good job the sun's come out because it was actually very cold when I arrived here this morning. Tariq Usha. Tariq, any moment now we're expecting the A380. along with all the other display aircraft as well, or fly past aircraft, should I say. Oh, look, is that a? It's another Etihad. Looks like a 350 tail being wheeled out of that. That's looking like that may be a delivery aircraft, very possibly. Have to keep an eye on that. Have to say, you need to keep your eyes peeled here, because your eels peeled. You need to keep your eyes peeled, just because so much going on that you literally keep focused on one side of the airfield, and then the next thing you know is another one appears. Now this one is fully painted and looks like definitely that might have gone through its PDI, literally in that hangar just there. Maybe a pre-delivery inspection hangar, I'm not sure. Sparring Boy, yes, you did see Singapore Airlines over the back there, A350. Let's give you a quick flash of that. There are, of course, other ones. A350 sitting over there, one of the many Singapore 350s that are dotted around the airfield. So we'll see that UNARD, yes indeed. We will get to have a good look at that Etihad 350. Hopefully they'll be pulling that round past us. David Bradley, yes, Rwanda's 330 Neo parked right there. We're hoping Big Jet TV have had the invitation sent out to us to be flying with that aircraft down to Rwanda for its delivery. Gart, good morning. Julian FB tuning in from Blagnac. Good morning to you. Richard Keep asking, when is the fly past? Soon. That's when we're expecting it. Oh, thanks. You serious? You serious? Well, wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. Sivas Jandan saying that there's a minor storm heading our way. Thanks for that. That's a big old 350 1000 right there. She's a long old girl. So good that the The 1000 variant of the 350 uses the tri-undercarriage, unlike the Dreamliner. It just uses a is retaining the 4 pots. Sivas. She's brand spanking new, man. Literally. Been air tested, ground tested, everything's been done to that aircraft. I think she's now being towed to a gate for delivery, possibly. Julian FB saying flight past scheduled around about 11:55, so any moment now, really. Thanks, smart boy. Shakil, A350 1000 will be here in 2 or 3 minutes. Thanks, mate. Very true words, Luke Van Giat. Chase plane, that's the word I was looking for. Thanks, who was that who said that? Ian Austin, thanks, mate. John Bailey, good morning. Caroline Blair, good morning to you. Stephen McGuinness, did I read somewhere that the company's leasing those WOW aircraft? Okay. I believe that they are going back to the lease company for paint. Neil Tatzel, only 2 of the aircraft have their transponders on. I think they are writing something on flight radar. Oh, interesting. Yes, they may be doing a big 50 on flight radar. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Debbie Speller asking, any sign of the Virgin or BA? I tell you what, Debbie, I saw the Virgin last night. She has actually been towed from the position she was at last night over to the other side. So hopefully later on today we are going to be staying live with our channel members for the rest of the day here on Big Jet TV. So you might want to stick around. And of course, if you're a channel member, you can watch this on demand later on in the comfort of your living room, your bedroom, your hotel room, or wherever you might be watching it from. Ravindrath Bavar, 319 heading in a random direction. Well, that may be because that 319 is painting the. They're maybe making a 50 on flight radar. So check that out. Wayne Guns, the fly past should be around about 11 a.m. Your time. Well, we were told around about. Actually, to be honest with you, there have been conflicting timings. One this morning was around about midday, and another one being around about 11. But it is 10 a.m. here in France, and of course they rolled out a lot earlier than what we what we thought they were going to roll out. So who knows? Stay tuned would be my recommendation. Oh, I want to speak to them. Safran Aerosystems. If you're watching, folks, we definitely want to do some stuff with you, because of course Safran, being involved in so much of the aerospace industry, and of course manufacturing key components for aircraft such as undercarriage, thrust reversers, and other major components, aircraft components involved over many years. Another company that's been through a lot of changes over the years, originally with Doughty, I believe, Doughty, Bugatti, and involved in the manufacturing of aircraft undercarriage, and of course, like I say, other major components. So we really want to have a word with those guys and see if we can do a show with Safran. Fred Katz, they make our brakes and wheels. There you go. I think Safran actually have are involved in the electric braking systems as well, that obviously are powering the Dreamliner. So Gemma, no, we didn't. You didn't miss it. Keith Bryant, Wayne Guns. Someone just randomly mentioning about brilliant inventions. One of those, of course, being the tea bag, which we all have to agree on. It has to be said. Yes, indeed. DBR 5813, do the pilots of Etihad deliver aircraft to its base? Well, yes, indeed. More often than not, the airline will have either assigned pilots, air crew for delivering aircraft. They'll obviously fly them out here, and then they'll take hold of the aircraft and fly them out there. They have designated flight test crews as well as delivery crews. Some airlines, depends on the size of the airline, I guess. Gemma Siddle, meanwhile at Boeing. Yes, indeed. Well, of course, we don't really want to talk about the politics of the whole Boeing and Airbus thing. They've literally been trying to outsmart each other for the best part of 50 years, really. That's the best way to put it. Not so much competing on the level of, they've always tried to find a gap between a specific variant of aircraft rather than sort of like, going into direct competition. Although I would say that the 330 Neo and the 350, of course, being put up against the 787 and the 777, of course. So sky's darkening behind me, which is a little bit worrying. Of course, we're just waiting to see what happens with the. Just to give you guys a quick look over the other side of the airfield, if you just joined us. Of course, a lot of people's favourite aircraft right there. Big favourite on Big Jet TV, the A340. Couple of wow, of course, if you're aware, that airline went out of business and so weren't able to take delivery of the aircraft. Of course, those aircraft were probably registered to a lease company, so that lease company will be taking them back and having them repainted. Looks like that might be not sure. head-to-head couple of Neos there. Oh yeah, little jet. I know we all like our, a lot of you guys like your little biz jets. Of course, don't forget folks, hit bigjet.tv to find out what we're all about. Bigjet.tv is where you need to go. Bookmark it and make sure that you subscribe to the free view channel. We do a 20-minute free view at the beginning of every show. 2 hours is the standard procedure with our channel members. Minimum 2 hours, that is. Like for example, this Saturday we'll probably run into at least 3 hours of streaming, because it's quite a long trip for me to drive up to Manchester, so it's pointless me going all the way up there just for a couple of hours. So we'll probably hit a couple of locations up at Manchester. But yes, Freeview will get the 20 minutes. Of course, we love to give you something, and the best place to watch that is just head to bigjet.tv and hit the try Freeview button. Hit the try Freeview button is what you need to do. Best thing to do is just bookmark bigjet.tv on your browsers, and then you won't miss any live aviation action. Of course, we are a live channel, folks. We only do live. Of course, when we do our live stuff, we obviously pump out post-production stuff as well after the live, but so over here what we're looking at here is the I believe where they calibrate the ETOPS. What you're looking at right there, of course, more aircraft set for delivery. That's not the delivery area over there, so that may be ETOPS that they're waiting on, just over in that section over there. ETAM, Delta, Singapore, TAP. Not sure on this this tail here, to be honest with you. Not sure whose that is. I said it's very, very early state. Got a reg on that, but that will be a test reg, you see, so who knows. Charlie Kilo. And of course, a little bit further afield, Air Mauritius 330, Air France 350, Air Asia, Star Alliance, and of course what could possibly be the final A380 to be rolled out from Toulouse. A380 final assembly over there, and of course Air France is first 350, yes. Over behind the trees over there is the Virgin 350. In fact, I tell you what, you might be able to see just there, right at the top of the tail there, that may possibly be Virgin's 350, because I do know that just the engine cowls and the wingtips are painted. The tail section, the tail plane, the vertical stabilizer has not yet been applied. The livery has not yet been applied. See how big the that's okay. Hello from next to me. Who's next to me? I don't know. I'm looking, but no one's looking at me. Anyway, there we go. Bonjour. Fred Katz, no more 380s. Indeed, that could very possibly be the last 380 that they're going to be rolling out here at Toulouse. Who's to know? Okay, 350 back on radar apparently, folks. John Hucklesby, miserable weather. Heading back now, Leslie White on Facebook, thank you. Manuel Hakor saying that Logan Air is inbound. Is that then, wise guy? Trisha Guy, no, it's not warm, it's cold. This is him here, this is the bloke here, look. Stephen Upton, my other half is working at the delivery centre. Interesting. Wow. Lucky you. So Stephen Upton, good morning all. My other half working in the delivery centre now, as in that delivery centre that we're looking at, my friend. Big set of fan blades on that Trent. Of course, the Trent 7, the upgraded version, the uprated version of that Trent 7 there. Highly efficient. High bypass ratio turbo fan. Luke Van Jack, much nicer than a Dreamliner. Wayne Collier. No, it's not here. Show the Indigo A320. Anumav Mitra is asking. There you go, my friend. Just for you. Benuit Fasood Airbus, loving it. You a nerd? Yes. Well, if you're nearby on Saturday, by all means come by, say hello. I've always got a little collection of stickers with me, so if you ever want a sticker, you only have to ask. Joshua Harvey, can you show the Iberia, please? Yes, of course I can, my friend. There we go. Iberia's, I'm not sure if that's their second A350 for delivery, but Etihad's 1000 behind that, of course. I think that's a 900 with Iberia there. Kevin Whitelaw, whereabouts is Toulouse? Toulouse is on the southern, is in southern France, basically. North of the Pyrenees. Morgan, Benoit Mentier, Emma Martin, good day to you. Hello, Victor DR, can you show the A380? Well, the only A380 that we have here is just the tail section, my friend. So Victor DR. Benji Boo, no, we can't show the A350 with Virgin because unfortunately she's hidden from view, but the only shot of the 380 that you're going to get is that, I'm afraid, at this stage. No reg on her. Now, of course, if you're on flight radar, you'll be able to see that there are a number of aircraft on flight radar, but be aware that some of the registrations that you see are only test regs. So therefore, sometimes you might see apparently a lot of the test regs still showing up as Singapore Airlines, but they're actually other aircraft. So just be aware of that. Bit like having trade plates when you're a car dealer, where you just literally shove the trade plate in the windshield, and it's good enough to drive. It puts it on the road legally. So obviously they once the registrations are assigned to their individual carrier, that trade, I should say, the test reg will then come off and be assigned to another aircraft. So there we go. Ah, now that's interesting. The chopper is back. So if is that the camera chopper? Not sure if it is. Has that got? Yes, I think this is the camera chopper. So he's positioning himself. So if he's positioning himself, that means that we Possibly, is it? Oh, okay. That's definitely the camera chopper though. He's got a camera on the front of him, so yeah, I think he's landing. I think he's landing. Yeah. So obviously the departure and subsequent formation of the aircraft and joining up, obviously with the French display team, is part of this whole exercise as well. So there's still a lot more to come, hence the reason why it's more than likely that it will run through till 11 o'clock local, 10 o'clock UK. Janet Lowe, the hot illusion. Oh, David Michael, thank you very much indeed for that. The A220, A319 Neo, A330 Neo, 351,000, Beluga XL and the A380. Giving all the registrations there. Thank you, David Michael. That's most kind of you. Have you? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay. Bob Hickinbottom asking if I've been to De Gaulle Airport. Charles de Gaulle, I'm guessing your meaning there, or is that De Gaulle as in scary monsters, ghouls? No, but no. We were thinking actually of doing a road trip down to Toulouse in the van, so that we can go to a few more vantage points, and on the way down, possibly look at stopping off at Paris. Sivas, you might want to say please, my friend. Lewis Rogan. There's just one there, the tip of it, right over there is like the tip of a tail. Yeah. Yeah. It's common courtesy in these parts to say please, my friend. Oh, there we are. Okay, Sivas, yeah, sorry, there we are. Ha ha ha. All right, my old son, well done. Ewanard, Hop ATR. I think that's the one landing there. Crowded as in here, as in here. Yeah, no, it's not really. No, there's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's probably 20 odd people. I'd say scattered around. Fred Katz, Belugas rock. They do indeed. And saw this landing earlier on this morning. Just got a freight section over there. Beautiful old Smoky Joe 767. That's an old aircraft. Star Air 767. And of course DHL's A300. So, PS debug. There we go, PS debug. Look forward to seeing you, my friend. Joining me here or joining the channel. What are you doing there, matey? Coming here. Okay, well if you do, my friend, make sure you bring us a coffee. I'll tell you what, you're talking about being crowded. The roadway down there, that is now that was empty this morning. So as you can see, the roadway down there now filled with, and there's more people arriving now. So yes, I think that the 11 o'clock I think the 11 o'clock is more likely to be the more accurate one. Mark Hellings, she's not helping me get any work done. Bishoy, yes. You make your way up here quickly, my friend. There are definitely parking spots up here, as you can see down there on the roadside. Get yourself a parking spot, most definitely. Come and join me. Come say hello and grab yourself a sticker, me old Sam. Gemma Siddle, yes, we are aware that WOW Air did cease operations. Those aircraft, of course, going back to their respective lease companies. Fred Cat's asking why they called Smoky Joe's. Well, to be honest with you, I kind of like. Oh, here comes a beluga, folks. Here comes a beluga for you guys, and it is an XL as well. So that's a little bit of a treat for you. This is not one of the display aircraft, but this is they now have 2 XLs in their fleet. So so this is the aircraft that's used to transport wings from the assembly plants, manufacturing plants, should I say. So very clever how they've, as you can see, you can now see the cockpit and see how well they've made that aircraft. I don't know. It's got nothing. It's got nothing on its stabilizers at the back, so I'm not sure. On the stabilizers, I think on the vertical stabilizers at the back. Apparently, this one going to Paris. So, on the revised A330 platform with the Trent 7 engines, here we go.
Stéphane, on est à la tour de contrôle là, et il y a le découvert qui décolle devant nous.
So you see the vertical stabilizers at the back there, folks. Those vertical stabilizers used for literally, well, there you go, use the word stabilizing the aircraft because of obviously the highly disturbed airflow that's created by the big wide fuselage. Because obviously you can imagine the air is heavily disturbed. Coming off the front end of it. Emrys Davis, good morning to you. Harmic Viscanian. You and I are saying, anyone else seen that Moroccan Navy plane drawing interesting symbols over France? It's back on its way to Toulouse now. Registration Charlie November, Tango Mike Sierra. Interesting. You still there, GP? Okay. Fred Katz, thank you. Tariq Usha. Twitter's going mad at the moment. A good day to all of you people on Twitter, by the way, folks. Let me just see if I can just... I'm going to go on the... Wow. Okay. So let me head to Twitter now then, and give a shout out to some people watching on Periscope right now. Okay, now that's gone. That's taken me across to the wrong channel, or has it? Where is it, GP? I need to. Hold on a minute. Let me just find Periscope. Wow, I'm just getting. Oh, I've got it here. It should come up. Wow, look at that. Airbus 50th anniversary fly past. Okay, so let's do some shit. Henry Ellis, John D. Glass, SJP, Dre Babs Desorf, good morning to you. Jimmy Larson, Jordan Catherall, Dado 22, Sean Satch, Dave Francis, Lavrova, Fabre, Jacques, Gentile, John Davey, and all of you people right now, give us some love hearts on there. I think that's what we do, isn't it? On Chicago. Hey, Dado 22, tuning in from Chicago, Illinois. Good day to you, my friend. Of course, welcome everybody. You are watching live on Big Jet TV. This is the celebration, Airbus and their 50th anniversary, in collaboration, obviously, with Great Britain, Spain, Germany, and of course France. As I was mentioning earlier, I believe, if I'm right in saying, the French manufacture the business end of the aircraft, the cockpit end of the aircraft. Obviously, there are instruments and components that go into that flight management systems, etc., that go into that cockpit, which are built and manufactured by avionics manufacturers all across the globe, including China and everywhere else. And of course, Great Britain manufacturing the wings of these fantastic aircraft. The Germans, I believe, involved in the fuselage sections, and the Spanish in the manufacture of the empennage, the rear section of the aircraft, the tail section, vertical and horizontal stabilizer. And of course, people like Safran involved in the undercarriage, and of course Rolls-Royce powering the latest XWB engines on the A350, and of course other manufacturers involved in engines as well, General Electric, Pratt & Whitney, and so on and so forth down the line. And of course the Engine Alliance group manufacturing the engine GP 7200 for the A380, and so on and so forth. So obviously we're celebrating that today, and big congratulations go out to Airbus. And may there be another 50 years and beyond, of course. Lots of love hearts coming across now on Twitter, and people joining. Give us some comments on there, folks, and I'll give you some shout outs if I can. Trisha Guy saying she keeps hearing a buzzing. Is there a buzzing? Are we all right? Everybody's all right? John Hucklesby, Chantel Bryan, Luke Van Jap, Peter Room, good afternoon, Justin Waddington. Christopher Clark saying she must be empty, that XL. More than likely, I'd say more than likely, purely because of the fact that obviously it's coming in to bring componentry into the assembly lines, and obviously when she goes out, she's going back to either another manufacturer, maybe Spain, apparently that one was going to Paris. Not sure what that was all about. But obviously going to Broughton in Wales, where we have been, of course, and we covered the... Oh, hello. Have a helicopter. Just about to... here it comes. Filming us, filming them, filming us. Cool. We had a DM from a Virgin pilot, did you say, Julie? Oh, fantastic. What's he flying? What's he flying? He's coming back. Just... 330 or Dreamliner? One of the two. Okay, wow, it's a long way out then. Wow. Good luck with that. Let's get away from everyone, shall we? Give us away, folks. Obviously not. Enthusiastic lot, this lot. Hey. No, no, no. Funny, isn't it? Bonjour, bonjour. Le Ballet Rouge, Jean-Paul. Dominique 51461809 tuning in from Paris. Hello, Dominique. Aloha from Hawaii. What camera are you using? Hey guys, listen, this is the crazy thing. This is a simplistic VX1. You can buy this camera anywhere in the world. Very cheap as well. Pop Key 1, what's your personal favourite aircraft from Airbus? Well, I have to be honest with you, it most definitely, it's a tricky one that, you know, that you say that, 05JWC. Welcome to Malfox, it's their first day on Periscope. Malfox, good day to you. Yeah, my personal favourite aircraft, I have to say, I love all of their variants, but the A320, which really, in all honesty, is not actually a true Airbus. It's actually Bombardier's aircraft, originally conceived and designed by the guys at Bombardier. But it is a single-aisle aircraft, and it's not manufactured here at Toulouse, but it is the majority stake of that aircraft is owned by Airbus now, and therefore it is called and designated the A320. Now that aircraft is actually leading the group out this morning. If you maybe watch the replay, that that aircraft is very much like a mini A350. If you lined it up next to that A350 right there, you'd see the comparisons, the likeness. The only difference being, obviously, in terms of its scale, is the wing tips are squared off rather than sculpted and beautifully sculpted, I have to say, like the A350 wingtip, which is beautiful. So yes, in answer to your question, favourite aircraft out of the true Airbus aircraft, really. I might get ribbed a little bit for it, but my all-time favourite Airbus at this stage has always been the A346. The reason I say that is because my dad flew the DC-8 way back in the day, so therefore being a captain of a DC-8 and having flown with him many times on the jump seat, the A346 has, you know, the look of a DC-8. So therefore, that's the reason why that would be. In terms of a modern day aircraft, I think they've done a fantastic job with the A330, revising that and making it a more fuel efficient, more efficient aircraft in terms of its aerodynamics, perhaps. A new all carbon wingtip, new revised engines, and I believe a new front end on it as well. But the 350, she's a glorious aircraft. So I hope that answered your question. Anyway, Popo Key 1 is tuning in from Hawaii. How are you doing? Another one, Rick's to Kicks, tuning in from Hawaii. How are you doing? Theodore, what camera? There we go, the VX1. Dominique, loving the site. ATC Network is their first day on Periscope. Welcome to ATC Network. Hello from Maastricht in the Netherlands. That's ATC Network. ATC Network, that's I flew into Maastricht actually a few times with my dad on his DC-8 54, I have to say. Airbus Red has just joined. Good day, Airbus Red. Dominique also likes the A340. Oh right, Airbus Red, I believe, is an A320 pilot, so good day to you, my friend. I live just down the road from Broughton. Beluga XL flying above most days, Theodore 35. Wow, lucky man. My first international flight, this one coming in. Okay, let's just see. Okay, they're over the Mediterranean. Little, Oh. Sorry about that. Oh, just lost feed, Jilly. Just lost feed. Just stand by. It's back, is it? Okay. Everyone got it? Everyone good? Okay. My first international flight at age 5 years was on an Air New Zealand DC-8. Love that plane, Rodney OR. That's good to hear. Wow, so many channels to zip across to here. Of course, all our Debbie Speller, Wayne GGCC, Pecal Pam, Jet Skitty. I'm just reading out comments now to our channel members, folks. Channel members, both on Facebook and on YouTube, of course. If you want to find out about channel membership here on Big Jet TV, we are live every Wednesday and every Saturday at different airports. We do go frequently now to European airports such as Munich, Zurich, Frankfurt, Schiphol. We'll be at Schiphol next month. We just come back from Zurich a couple of weeks ago. And of course we make regular trips out here to Toulouse now because it is such a wonderful site. And of course the people are so friendly as well. Although you wouldn't have thought that when I just turned the camera around and asked them all to wave and they all just stood there like I was a madman. Phil Loxham, where? There are a lot. Yeah. Mags, Stevie McGuinness, Mandy D, Kurt Landgraf, Michael K, Phil Loxham, Billy Pipers, 319 is now heading out over Mediterranean, Kurt Landgraf. So it looks like it's definitely going to be that 11 o'clock, if not a little bit later, perhaps. Around about midday, they did say that chap who was here earlier on, he did say around about midday. Mags, I can't fly. Debbie Speller, Mandy D. What's that beeping? Stephen Owers. What's that beeping? Absolutely no idea. It's a. I don't know. Maybe it did. That guy's got a serious piece of kit, and he look. What's that? Looks like one of those old. John Hughes II, Airbus opened an A220 manufacturing plant in Mobile, Alabama in January. Delivering the first A220s from this plant are expected in 2020. They will build the US orders for Airbus. Well, that's good to know. Opened I saw something about that on Facebook, I seem to remember. Famous in the motorsport world and owned 2 airline companies. Who's that we were just talking about there? 05JWC. I've just jumped on the back end of that comment. My apologies for that. Stephen Doyle, Jerry, any chance of doing a video on your setup to broadcasting live and getting the pics to us? Something that we could do possibly. Okay, just a little bit of movement. That 380. There you go, folks. She's on the move. There you go, in her still in her primer stage. So that possibly, folks, the last ever A380 coming out of Toulouse in France, or last ever A380 to be manufactured. So we just wait for her to appear. I think we might get her appearing the other side of that building then just now. Michael K, yeah, we're looking for that, my friend. Derek Heslop, good morning to you. Debbie Speller, Alan getting jiggy with it. John Elliott, and of course everybody watching on Facebook and on YouTube. Hope everybody's well, and a big shout out to all our channel members as well. So there we go, folks. There's a good shot of her. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to jump to Facebook in a moment, folks. Now, whether they run the Trent 9s or the EA engines on the... I believe that Emirates have a mix of both the Rolls-Royce variant and the Engine Alliance GP 7200s on that aircraft. Not sure which one they are, whether they've got... test ridge on it. No. Yeah. No. So, okay. Where she's headed, we don't know. So don't forget, folks, I think, don't forget that Airbus, of course, the first to introduce the fly-by-wire technology before anybody else, I believe. I think I'm right in saying that. And of course, that is one of the old A320s that's sitting down there as a gate guardian of some description. So that 380 still, I think they're taking it for a walk. Stretch its legs. Good if they brought it over here. Might be towing it out over here, folks, because that is actually the general direction that they do bring them when they're towing them out towards here. So we might be treated to a good close-up shot of this 380. Okay, we're going to zip over to Facebook right now. Okay, I need to get Facebook Freeview up, don't I? Okay, just stand by. Wow. Bit difficult for me to keep up with all of your comments, folks. My apologies. I do try. Don't forget, I'm reading across 3 channels, actually more than 3 channels. I'm reading across YouTube Freeview and, of course, our channel members, Facebook Freeview and our channel members, as well as, of course, Twitter as well. Periscope, my apologies, yes. So I don't know where they've literally taken her around the block. Maybe just a towing exercise. I don't know. Let's go back to exactly the spot, more or less the same spot as she was just now. Air France is only A350 pre-paint. Wow. What channel's he on? Wow. Okay, so a lot more people joining us now. Now it's really that's really starting to pack out. So these people obviously knew a lot more than what I did in terms of choc ices, peanuts, get water on. Okay, who's up for an ice cream? Amazing, great display, enjoying a lot. Thank you very much indeed. And that was. How do I keep the comments on Yeah, that is quite annoying because it doesn't. Yeah, but it doesn't. When I just touch the screen, oh, there we are. It worked then, but then sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, that's pretty annoying, guys. I'm trying to keep up with your comments on all channels, but please bear with me. I know we've got a lot of pilots who are watching right now as well. And of course, we're more than happy if you're ever flying into London Heathrow or any other airport. Manchester, we'll be at Manchester on Saturday. Catch us live this Saturday, guys. I have to say, if you're into the sound of engines spooling up, then really you need to join us this Saturday at Manchester International, because that is the most incredible sight that you will ever see and hear at Manchester this coming Saturday. Early morning shows, so make sure you save us in your browser, on your desktop, bigjet.tv. We are a live channel. We're live every Wednesday and every Saturday. Make sure you follow us on there and subscribe to the Freeview channel on YouTube. That's the best place to go, folks. And of course, there's a quick link to it on our website, so just go to bigjet.tv. There's 3 buttons there. You can find out everything that we do at Bigjet TV, how your money is put to work, and your subscriptions, that is. Just $4.99 a month to watch the full show. We do channel member only shows. Of course, once this display is over, we will be switching to our channel members for the rest of the day, bringing them all the live action and of course all the chat that we have. And it's obviously a lot easier for me to keep up on the comments there. Interesting. Look at that. Is that Air China 320 Neo possibly being pushed back there that we're going to get to see? Is this right? I tell you what, in terms of the best looking A350 aircraft in livery is most definitely Air China. If you ever get a chance to see that aircraft, make sure you check it out, because she's a beautiful looking aircraft, now regularly into London Heathrow, and looking very, very retro, it has to be said. Georgina Johnson, good afternoon to you. Chantel Bryan, we apparently are being requested on Facebook. Big Jet TV on Facebook, of course, across all channels. G'day to you guys. Come back to your comments as quickly as I can. Okay, here we go. Where are you from? If you want to shout out, just I'm over on Facebook now, folks. If you want to shout out on Facebook, Freeview, Deanna Piper, g'day to you. Kai Khrushchev, Muti, Air Mauritius. Giving a shout out. I'd imagine that you're looking at that Air Mauritius A330 Neo that's over the other side by the Air France 350. Yes, indeed. Air Mauritius now flying their A330 Neo into London Heathrow. That's a good thing to see. Beautiful aircraft. And again, I have to reiterate how impressed we all are with how well Airbus have done in revising the current program with the A330 200 and 300 variants. Scott Ellis Padden tuning in from Scotland. Jordan Catherall, just wanted to reiterate my comment from Periscope and pay tribute to Niki Lauda. Yes, indeed. A sad loss for everybody. One man who really told it like it is. No mincing of any words, Mr. Lauda. Marcus Gula, tuning in from Zurich in Switzerland. Hope you enjoyed our show live from Zurich in Switzerland a couple of weeks ago. Stephen Sean Young, and of course, if anybody from Zurich media team are watching, a big hello to you guys. Really well looked after. Okay, which one? The small, the little, this one here? Okay, Rui asking for me to zoom in on that Neo registration. I hope that's got it for you, mate. Tango Victor Echo. So just waiting for this Air China 330. Now, of course, peculiar to see, well, not peculiar, but interesting, should I say, to see an aircraft, a single aisle aircraft like a 320 Neo from somewhere as far away as China, of course. Now that will be hopped from in different stages across to China by their test crews or designated flight crews to pick up and ferry the aircraft. Ferry pilots, as they are sometimes known. Tony Bagman, good morning. Love Airbus. The only Boeings I like are the 747 and the 777. There we go. We will always have a love and a special place in our hearts for the 747, it has to be said. Ad Fluid, tuning in from the Netherlands. Maurice van Eckervaart. Any plans to go back to Frankfurt? Yes, indeed, my friend. Very soon. We have a show coming up in Munich where we're going to be doing a show with the fire teams there. So that's one that you need to look out for. Also, of course, we will be back indeed at Frankfurt in the near future. So look out on our website basically to see what's going on there. I think that might be a test flight actually for this Air China 320 Neo because the anti-collisions are on. And so it looks to me like she's going to be on a test flight. This may be even a delivery. You never know. Because she's being pushed back from the delivery centre, so this could be a handover flight. So it will be the Airbus test team along with a designated Air China aircrew. Bikramjit Singh tuning in from Durban in South Africa. Good day to you. Smithy is on Facebook. Gwilat Shamwara tuning in from Ethiopia. Hello. Jan Zlezak. This is a great event, guys. Thank you very much indeed. Well, it all makes it much more exciting by having you guys here watching with us and giving your comments as well. Colin tuning in from Exmouth, great show, thank you very much indeed. Stephen Sean Young, he's giving a shout out to us for saying thanks for the shout out, so there we go. Welcome everybody watching on Facebook right now. Dylan Graham, Vinzi Alejandro tuning in from Berlin. Good day to you. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, folks, I'm just holding on this shot right now for the Air China Neo, and it is moving. So hold your comments. Let's track this one and see where it goes. So I think what will happen is she will come towards us, do a right, and taxi back down the runway for departure, because obviously the departure is towards us. See those big, I think that's the LEAP engines, possibly. Very distinctive, very easy to tell the Pratt & Whitney power plants. Okay, listen to it. Let's just listen to it. What is that? Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame, man. So there we go. She is indeed doing a right ski. Great looking livery, man. Nothing special. Pretty plain. So that looks like that is the LEAP power plant. Leading edge. What's that? What are we talking about? What are you talking about? There is no beeping. No, there's no one around me. I would hear that. I would hear that beep. And I would hear it coming. My phone is silenced as well. So what's interesting, folks, that you will see, short takeoff and landing capabilities of this aircraft. She can use a very short runway, ideal for places like London City and small airfields, intercity airfields. Can't be. There's nothing here that's got any. There's nothing here that's. Yeah, if it was a beep every 4 seconds, I'd understand it. But every 4 minutes, you can put up with that, can't you? Especially as we can't. Let's just get on with the show, shall we? Lynn Jones tuning in from Chester. David Fairbottom, hello from Alderley Edge. Good afternoon. Great place, Alderley Edge. Loving that. Daniel Higgins, good day to you. Emma Funnell. me, Jerry, please. Nandamrithra Dizelia, good afternoon to you. Ad Fluit. Graham Leggett, no beeping in Dublin. So it's a bit of a long taxi unless he uses, unless he goes for intersecting departure, which he might do if he turns left, or he's going for full length. It might. I believe this is either a delivery flight or a handover flight. Darren Bell, Phil Gorman, Dave Watkinson. Everyone's saying Kurt Nielsen, no beeping. Oh, Kurt is in Madrid. Kurt is in Madrid. Rob Cartman. And your Safuddin is watching. Good afternoon. Stephen Kettle, CA84. What's that? CA84. Wow. 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 Good afternoon, everybody watching right now. Make sure that you, if you're following our Freeview feed on YouTube, folks, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We wouldn't want you to miss anything, and I can assure you, when you get your notification this Saturday morning, wherever you are in the world, and you get to see the kind of action that you're going to get to see at Manchester Airport. What's interesting, don't forget, folks, these are all aircraft that are going out on commercial flights, but they would have been delivered from this very plant here. So amazing to think that. But I think Airbus are looking to break a few records, hopefully, in terms of deliveries for 2019. Let's hope they do in their 50th year. Aaron Van Coyle, good afternoon. Lee Palmieri, tuning in from Melbourne, Australia. Good afternoon to you. Good evening. Good, yes, good evening. Good morning, maybe even. Shay Ferren saying, doesn't she have a look of an Antonov? Which one are we talking about here, my friend? Taylor Robinson. Okay. Graham Leggett, that was Lufthansa Star Alliance to Munich. Thank you for that, Graham. Waskim Al-Zaidi, good afternoon to you. Tuning in, Lee Palmieri. It is evening there. Air China going out now. Shay Ferren, yes indeed. She's just turning on to the active right now. Now this one will go up, I'd imagine, quite early, because she does have... she'll probably have quite a decent amount of fuel on board, because they'll be flying out over the Med, just to test all the characteristics of the aircraft, make sure everything's working properly. Marianne Vries, tuning in from Switzerland. Good afternoon, Marianne. Jessica Brunton, 1905 here in Sydney, Australia. Wow, 7:05 p.m. Good afternoon to you, everybody out there in Australia. I know we have a huge Australian following out there, so hashtag Aussie crew, as you guys always are. Alan Warren, Shay Ferren. Oh, right, okay, there we go. I see what you're saying now. Shay saying about the, here we go, the Air China livery looking a bit like Antonov. Okay, rightly so. So these engines sounding very much like mini, sort of like high bypass turbofans, which they are. but like the Trents or the GE90s. Here we go. So track that one on flight radar, folks, and you'll probably find that she'll head out over the Med somewhere. Jay Want tuning in from India, 14:37, 2:37 in the afternoon. Good day to you. Ilyas, which airport? We are at Toulouse in France, my friend. Right there from Dylan Ockerby. Thank you very much indeed. Anne Marie, Charlie Johnson, loving it. You're so lucky, mate. I had a friend who was living in Blagna, Dominique. Well, I've flown over here, my friend. I don't live here, but we do regular trips out here to Toulouse now. Looks like the fire department may be lining up to do something. I did see them testing earlier on with their hoses, with possibly some kind of a water salute. I think that they may be lining up down here to do something. I'm pretty sure they are, which will be good. And I think they're going to be maybe, no, maybe not. So you can see, really filling up now, folks. Lots and lots of cars parked up now. If my friend who was from Toulouse was trying to find a parking spot earlier on, he's certainly not going to be able to do it now. And of course, they're all lined up over there as well on the hill. Of course, that wouldn't happen to Heathrow. They'd be moving everyone along. Such a shame. Renier Corporal, good afternoon. Yvonne Westhuizen, Yvonne van der Westhuizen, sorry, from South Africa is tuning in. I should know that. I did live there for 3 years. Aaron Van Coyle, thank you to you as well. Andrea McGoyle, I love it as well. Callum Graney, what are they going to do with the WOW 330s? Yes, indeed. Well, those WOW 330s, I think they are being returned to their respective lease company, and they will then be leased out to other carriers. Of course, they are 330 Neo variants as well, so you know, probably early models, but even so. Oh, hello, bit of rain. Here we go. We have rain. Bang. It's interesting. Right out of nowhere. What did you say about that? What did you say about that? Well, it is raining now. It is raining. Still continue to rain. Everything else is pretty much waterproofed up, so we're all good. Yes. So keep the Zahid Khan just saying nice camera. Well, to be honest with you, it's only a pretty standard VX1 Panasonic. We've always used Panasonic cameras here on Big Jet TV just because of the zoom capability. Air Moroc's 737. Really? Yeah, I think it's just a sharp shower. Yeah. What an absolute shower! Terry Thomas. Of course, we regularly get test flights out here at Toulouse, so always worth watching. Okay. Tell you what I probably do need to do. Oh dear, is maybe disconnect and cover that. Don't think we're going to get anything to stand by. What's that? What's that? Oh, yeah. That's yeah. No, that's right. Yeah. So, if you're just joining us, folks, welcome to Big Jet TV. We are a live aviation channel, live twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays, sometimes on odd days as well, depending on scheduling for airports, airlines, manufacturers, etc. But generally, midweek show and a Saturday show, like clockwork, have done for, is that an ex-Air Berlin 320 that's just touched there? Oh no, is that Lauda Air? Is that an old Lauda Air, or is that Eurowings? Sorry, with old Air Berlin livery. Sorry, my apologies. That would be good if it was Lauda. Sure, what's Oh really? Oh, so it's where's it headed then? Where's it actually going? So that Air China 320 was actually a delivery flight, folks. It seems. Mana VRV tuning in from Laos. Good day to you. Tony Bagman, Lias Malaparam tuning in and saying hello to Colin. Sydney House is watching. Good day to you. Hans Petter Fuchs. Two planes at the moment on the rear of Marseille, 319 and 350. Now, we definitely do appear to have something's definitely going to be going on down there with the fire department putting themselves in position. No, there is definitely some lining up going on there. Dylan Ockerby saying, Dylan Ockerby saying, you can't believe the weather's actually better in Manchester for once. Aman Rawat, giving a shout out to anybody from Turkey. Good day to everybody watching on Periscope, of course. Keep the comments coming, folks. Oh yeah, well it was all gone by the time I got round the other side, so I don't know what it was. Don't know what it, whether it was whether it happened on the airport side or whether it was perhaps maybe something in this, in the fields the other side. Tony Bagman, that Eurowings an ex-Czech Airlines. Thanks for that, mate. Mohammed Amat Khan, I can't see Air Mauritius. Well, you can if you have a little look here, my friend. Just over the back there, you can just see the tip of her tail. That's Air Mauritius A330 900, I believe. She was in the ETOPS centre earlier on, which is where those aircraft are right now. Getting the ETOPS configured. Air China, 330, 300. Chantel Bryan, channel member Chantel Bryan. Oh, okay, so Chantel Bryan. Oh, look at that. Oh, no. Sorry, I thought it was moving. Big shout out to Chantel, who's over to the UK for a couple of weeks. Of course, big shout out to all the channel members as well. Okay, Al Disley. To be perfectly honest with you, ETOPS is a bit of a difficult one to explain, but ETOPS is basically the system that controls how far an aircraft can fly with the loss of an engine. So that's the simplistic way of describing it, I believe. So obviously, if you are, it's to control where the nearest airfield is if you're flying on one engine. For example, if you lose an engine, it gets configured. What's that, GP? Oh, right. Another Rwandan 330 over the back there with TAPs. Still no engines. What's that? Just is that a Swiss just landed? I see. No. No, it is Turkish. Someone was actually asking for Turkish just now. 737. I think she's an 800, isn't she, or is that a 7? It's an 800. Ryanair? Do what? Oh, Lion Air, right. We had that last time, didn't we? French hair? Billy Turret, yes. LATAM. You can see LATAM over there as well as Delta in the background over there. That's LATAM 350 by the looks of it. Just looking at her, looking at the wingtips. Oh, is it not? Oh, okay. Well, that's my bad. I didn't realise it wasn't hardware. I thought it was. I know there is a regulation for ETOPS, but you have to still configure the aircraft for ETOPS. Surely, that's what we were told last time. That it was apparently that is where the ETOPS is calibrated. Apparently. Okay. Yeah, you are certified for ETOPS. Like, for example, currently the Dreamliner fleet with the Trent 1000s that are having their issues have had to be recertified ETOPS. just because of the fact that if they lose an engine, then they've had to fly over the top. I believe they're not doing the direct Atlantic route. They have to do the North Atlantic route and over the top, so that if they do lose an engine, obviously they can make it to an airfield within a certain specific time or distance. I believe that's all linked to ETOPS. Marcus Gula, thank you. Swiss are not flying, and they do not fly into Toulouse. Thanks for that, mate. Shafi Mirza, no PIA, I'm afraid, my friend. Ron Harris, thank you. Billy Turret saying LATAM seems to be doing quite well. Yeah, well, we see her in... Oh, that's a shame. I thought for a minute I saw the anti-collisions on the China Eastern 350 there, but it was just an emergency vehicle going behind it. So everybody waiting patiently now. Now you can see the back end of that A380. Not a great deal of aircraft testing going on today. I don't know if that's the reason is because of the there's a bit of movement, aircraft movement, but nothing other than that. No flight testing per se, which is what we're used to seeing when we come here to Toulouse, of course. We see touch and goes, we see rejected takeoffs, brake tests, flight tests, handovers, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, very, very possibly, yeah. Yes, indeed. Very possibly. That's a shame about Twitter, isn't it? Ah, scroll for old comments. Oh, okay. Mohammed is enjoying it a lot. Welcome to Satish 777. Rodney, 6:50 p.m. Wednesday evening, Sydney time. These are people all on Periscope right now. AS Fum, thank you very much indeed. Repeat. Okay, we don't know about that. Will you be broadcasting from PAS and which day? Not sure about that ATC network. Papa Alpha Sierra. Welcome Alba Math, first day on Periscope. Good day to you. Airbus Red is back in the house. Chicago Midway, real small airport. Well, that's the ideal sort of scenario for the likes of the Neo variants. Oh, is it? PH Drino, when are they arriving? A Boeing, not an Airbus, from somebody else there. Hopefully within the next 30 minutes, I'd imagine, folks. Hopefully you've got enough time to catch it. Of course, don't forget you'll be able to watch it later on the channel if you want. Okay, Malcolm Rouse, ETOPS 180 example means that if an engine fails, it's got suitable airfield, maximum 180 minutes, 3 hours away. Well, there we go. Hello, mate. Right. How's it going, man? Better watching it live. Do you want a sticker, mate? Sorry? Do you want a sticker? I always give
Yes, of course.
Hey.
I watched the takeoff on your live.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
You watched
Cool.
the takeoff?
No.
Ah.
Cheers, man.
Oh, thank you.
Take it easy, fella.
T'as des infos sur le retard? Sur le retard?
Nice, polite young lad. Hello from Germany, Reza Bittervesh. Good afternoon to you. Right, I'm going to jump over and say hello to our channel members right now on Big Jet TV. Let's have a little shout out. Mags, good day to you. Right, okay, let's get the comments going on channel members. These are channel members on Big Jet TV, folks. Air Canada 787 and Asiana A350, Eurowings, Czech Airlines, just giving a shout out to that. Adam Hogan, good afternoon to you. Stephen Owers, Shake Shaft, Stevie McGuinness, Darren Emerton. I retired from the Navy after 35 years when I realised I didn't really like ships. Fantastic. Margarita, I just saw you there. Bical Pam, Stevie McGuinness, Phil Loxham, Debbie Speller, all you guys, Darren Emerton, Frank Sorp, giving a shout out on ETOPS, etc, etc. Thank you very much indeed for all your updates. NHS, sad to me, Stephen Owers, not sure what that's about. I'm just catching up, just hard to keep up. Benny Bacon, good afternoon to you. Very difficult to keep up with the comments here. I literally cannot keep up with the comments. I just have to wait for it to get down to the bottom and then I'll just scroll up myself. Good afternoon and good day to you, Gareth Harwood, Stephen Owers, Ian Austin. Dibby is in the house all the way from Leeds. Mario Sultana, good afternoon. Stevie McGuinness, Yo-Yo May, Kurt Langriff, Beers 723 tuning in from Maryland on Periscope. Good day to you, Ian Austin. Yes, indeed, it's always a sticker giveaway if I don't run out. That is, we do have a new batch of stickers that we managed to get in, so if any of you ever meet up with me on my travels, make sure you come up and say hello and I will be happy to give you a sticker. Neil Tattersall, let's just see what he was. Debbie Speller, yes indeed, let's hope the weather does behave. Ian Austin, Joanne Brown, Scott McCausland, morning from Kilcaldy, Jerry and Chile. Good afternoon to you, my friend Jamie Bottonley, Andrew McClure, Colin Bracker, Claire West. So we're all waiting in anticipation for, I'll be honest with you, I have to be honest with you folks, it would work better for me if the sun didn't come out, only because if it did, it would be right in my face and be a little bit difficult to pick up the aircraft. So with a little bit of contrast, cloud behind, let's just have a little look here. Let's see if we can pick up. So there is the. What's that? Oh. Yeah, you have to physically come and see me, folks. If you want a sticker. Potpourri.
Putain, Giro, t'as acheté un nouvel appareil photo? Ouais.
Sorry about that. Yeah, that would be ideal if we could. So cloud is breaking up a little bit. People are starting to. Little CRJ. Yeah, folks, don't forget, if you're watching on the Freeview channel right now on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, guys. It's really important that you do, and I'm only saying that because I don't want you to miss out on anything. Put your notifications on as well. It's really important that if you subscribe to the channel, you put your notifications on as well. Wow, this is a big turnout. This is a mega turnout. I mean, this is a lot of people here. Alan Jiggins saying that they've all come to see the old banger. They've only come to see her, look. That is the old banger. Have a deep look inside those beautiful Trent 7s. Carbon blades. But there's nothing like the XWB. I think it's a carbon blade on the revised Trent 7. Maybe still titanium, I'm not sure, but they're so big, these blades now, it's more than likely that that is a carbon blade, I would have said. Cool, that was a bit of a optical illusion. Looked like he dented the engine nacelle there. Looked like it had a dented nacelle. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Multi-pause, good afternoon to you. Okay, we need to go live on that battery. Who's this giving us a shout out? Saddam Wan. Good afternoon to everybody watching on Periscope, Facebook and YouTube right now. YouTube channel members, Matt52. I'm getting worried I might miss the fly past as I have to go out in about 45 minutes. Oh mate, that's not good. Well, I'll tell you what, they did say around about midday, so we are getting towards it now. It's half past 11 in France, so there's every chance that you will see it. Do we have any update on their whereabouts? Wow, that's a big format. Surprised they took that much fuel out with them as well. Yeah. There's that fella, isn't it? Oué mon coffee, oué mon coffee, oué mon cafetiere. Graham Bessie, good afternoon from a sunny Norfolk. Mike Payne is in the house. John Hughes, Debbie Speller, Darren Taylor, good morning to you. Dora Gerber. All our channel members right there on Big Jet TV. And of course, hello to everybody watching on Facebook as well. Billy Turret asking, A380 still being built? Big question mark over that. No is the answer to that. I think that they have that they are literally pausing production of the A380. Certainly over the plan is that there are no more A380s that are being ordered. They may have still some aircraft that are due to be built. Capel Bat, Wiltshire is in which country? Wiltshire is in the UK, my friend. And a beautiful part of the country it is. Lee Reeves, good afternoon. John Edge, Giles Williams, Jackson Ha, E190. That was obviously referring to that Embraer that just went out with KLM. Capel Bat, Leanne Kehoe. It's a shame that one airline that we will not see here with their livery on the 350 is KLM. Great shame. Would look pretty fantastic. Shame they didn't at least give the 330 Neo a go, to be honest with you. They got quite a few old 330s and of course quite a few old 777s, but I guess they're replacing those with Dreamliner. And hello, what's going on down there? Oh, these guys are waiting for something. It's imminent, folks. They've rolled out. Looks like they did say noon, yeah. Okay, thanks for that. Nancy Johnson from Joliet, Illinois, I believe that is. IL, Chris Gray, hi from Bonnie, Scotland. Chris calling, good day to you. Kazim Jakoy, Pakistan, good afternoon to you. Kapil Bat, shouting out. Rich Torb is in the house. Torbmeister, there you go, folks. Anybody watching there on Freeview right now, Rich Torb is an A330 pilot. Skippered many of the variants, of course, 200 and 300, I believe. Knows them both well. Flies into Heathrow every now and then as well, so always good to see Rich Torb turning up with American Airlines, one of our residents on Big Jet TV. Hello to you, my friend. Vito, Archino, loving it. Chris Gray, Kapil Bat, Jet Airways, something about Jet Airways. Whatever it is, it's a great shame that Jet Airways is another airline that has gone to the wall, I'm afraid. I miss it for one, flying into Heathrow. Many good times with Jet Airways' 777. Of course, there are A330 200 that used to fly into Manchester. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Shame. That's another airline that went to the wall. Yes, nothing moving. So after the display, or should I say the fly past, hopefully we'll see a bit more movement on the ground. For our channel members to enjoy. There's a beautiful bit of flight right there. Red Kite, I think. He came up here earlier on. No, that isn't a kite. I think that's a buzzard. I'm not sure. I always get it wrong. Always get it wrong. Got it wrong again, Dad. What, son? Foy Woodland is watching. Good afternoon, Foy. Hope you're well. Ron Harris, lovely aircraft. Megs Thompson, hello. Kapil Bat. Do some shout outs, Galaxy 993. Right there on Evan 56 giving us a link there, right there on Twitter or on Yeah, it seems like it's definitely a lot of stuff going on. John Edge tuning in from Bolton. Good afternoon to you, John. Diboy Karaftes, the kite is here to film the whole man-made birds. Haha. Tarim Chowdhury. Yeah, well, Tamim, Chowdhury. Interesting that you say that. That's more than likely what they're doing. The leasing company obviously has got to put those aircraft back on their books and put them out for lease. John Wiles, good afternoon to you. Pauline Angel, hello from behind you. Pauline Angel. Who's Pauline Angel? Someone's behind me. Hey, there we go. Julia Bill Byrne, still got the buzzing. I don't know, Julia. I don't know. I just don't know. Capil Bat, good afternoon. Adam Green. 2 EasyJets in the background. Yes, it's a regular spot for EasyJet. And those particular aircraft would have been delivered from this very airfield, funny enough. So really filling out now. Really filling out now. It's getting double bubble down there in the parking lot. It's getting pretty crazy down there. Lots and lots of people. Lots and lots of people. I'm not going to ask them to wave anymore because I don't wave. I'm not interested in waving. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Ouvre la porte. Dans la voiture. Le ballet rouge. Pomme frite. Okay. Shay Ferret, giving a shout out to her group. Shay, hello, how are you doing? Okay, Paul Ashley, 319 and 350-1000 over Balearic Sea, and Big Jet TV is now Springwatch. There we go. Fantastic. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant, Paul. Not yo, bro, and all that. David Gore, good afternoon to you. John Wiles. Yeah, well, we're hoping to bring you a little bit more action, but as it stands at the moment, we're still. Here comes the rain again, raining on my head like a memory. Like a new emotion. Okay, that's all cool. That's all cool. There's no problem.
Voler. Puis vole. Ah ouais, il est hyper gros.
Uh-oh. Okay, well there's the first of the Okay, that's very kind. You see, now that wouldn't happen in England. There's this fella here. He's a very. Oh, sorry, Shay. Did I? I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry, Shay. My old son. He's an Irish lad. Sorry about that, Shay. Oh no. Right, they're making their way back now, folks. Kapil Bat loves Airbus. Well, I'm sure that all av geeks out there, or aviation fans, whichever way you like to describe yourself, have your own personal preference when it comes to particular airlines and aircraft manufacturers, of course. Personally, I like them all. Okay. Mike Mockbee tuning in from Minnesota. Oh, look at that, man. See him pick up a few morsels. That's how to use your wings. Oh, hello. I think we're going to get some action down here, you know, when they eventually make their way down here. I think they're going to actually blimey. And you can take or leave it if you please. Must be pretty imminent, you know, the way that this guy's holding his position. Sit right. Wow. Wow, look at all the people on the banks, man. Look at that. That's all the. That's why nobody's doing any work today. Oh man, that's crazy. Look at that. Yeah. Well, they bloody deserve it, man. Good, well done, Airbus, man. That's what the helicopter's doing, isn't it? He's doing a panoramic. Now he's going to do a shuffle all the way down there, I think. If I shout out, "Here it comes now," really loud, everyone would look. Oh, so nice, man. I feel really happy to be here, man. And also to be able to bring this to all these thousands of people. And literally, it's thousands of people watching right now, man. You know, it's one thing I noticed actually driving on the French freeway, on the motorways out here, how polite people are, and they generally don't hug the middle lane like so many people do in the UK, and it almost seems that that is the case here, with people just generally being polite. You know, no one's come, you know, in the UK there'd probably be about, 15, 20 people stood in front of me, blocking my view. But no, we're very, very fortunate, very fortunate. So another positive thing to come from the French. Europeans in general, just
You are recording?
So maybe it is a holiday. Maybe they have, maybe they're going to give everybody the afternoon off. I doubt it though. Hoping that we're going to see some more action this afternoon. Certainly got long enough to stay here and bring you guys more action. Yeah, that's the carbon 350, isn't it? The carbon livery. XWB, that's the one that we saw flying at ILA Berlin. Now he might be coming back to get another shot of us up here, because earlier on when he buzzed us, there weren't many of us up here. I think he might be coming up to buzz the crowd here on the hillside. So get ready for a big wave, folks. Looks like he's headed our way. Oh, maybe not. Got a bit excited there. I don't know though. Yeah, no, yeah, no. Go on, Sam. Okay. There's some activity going on. Do you remember that, man? Yeah, yeah. Go on, Jimmy, go on, run, Jimmy, run! Kapil Bat, you don't understand. Okay, I understand that you don't understand, Kapil. Kapil, this is a 50th anniversary for Airbus in France. We are in France, we are live. And John Carley, good afternoon. Thierry Cledes, don't understand that, my friend. What event maybe you're asking here? Airbus, 50 years old, my friend. This is the 50th anniversary of Airbus's achievements in creating highly efficient aircraft throughout the ages. Bonjour to you, Salmonette. There we go. Ghislaine today is confirming that for our French friend. Oscar is tuning in from Argentina and it's 7 a.m. G'day to you. Rob Cartman. Okay, Rob Cartman says looks like 319 and 350 are forming up to the south of us. Aaron Van Cool, 10 minutes. Reckon around about 10 minutes is the ETA. So here we go. Now, of course, don't forget, folks, that as soon as this is over, this entire area will be clear of people. It'll be a mass exodus, literally. And then we'll be on our own with our channel members to enjoy the rest of the afternoon in peace and harmony. Blimey. Bloke's going to get a big flash bulb out in a minute, eh? Wow. Proper old school. A couple of old Victorian people standing in front of him. That's a piece of equipment, that is. That's a very expensive piece. Tim Clark, what are we expecting to see? The Airbus fly past, my friend, led by, don't forget, of course, the French equivalent of the Red Arrows, a display team with the Dassault Dornier Alpha Jet. That is from Patrouille de France, which is the PAF. So that is their display team. and the aircraft are going to be led by them, so there will no doubt be a stream of kerosene that they use to colour strips that they use, like they do with the red arrows, red, white and blue perhaps, not sure, and of course followed by the A320, 319, 330 Neo, 350, the A380 and the Beluga, of course. So what format they're going to be in, whether they're going to be in a straight line, I'm not sure, but even so, it should be quite interesting, and hope you all enjoy it. Jay Lee, thank you very much indeed. Very professional. Oh, don't know about that. Must be listening to another channel. But no, thank you very much indeed. Thierry Cledes asking how many degrees. I think it's cold, he says. Well, you're not far off wrong there, my friend. Yes, it is. It's not warm, but it's manageable, put it that way. It's manageable is the best way to describe it. So we're just waiting at the moment. Just give you guys another little look.
Allô? Je suis sur la butte, sur les bords de piscine. Et je sais pas encore. Ils doivent m'appeler, mais les mecs ne m'appellent pas, donc je sais pas. En fait, il faut suivre sur Flyradar 24, c'est la 321 Non. En fait, il décolle vers le nord. Je sais pas s'ils vont suivre le sens.
It's just Ramo. Everywhere there's a possible space. It's absolutely chock-up block here right now, look. Oh! 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 Do you mind if I nip down there quickly and get a coffee? Has he been there ages, has he? Oh! Oh! Yeah, but I bet they haven't got a coffee machine, a proper coffee machine. Probably got that horrible. Well, yeah, I know, but well, no. To be honest with you, no, I know. I know. It's not, is it? It's not, is it? Dream. Wow. Every literally 10 seconds I get a notification on my phone saying that there's a Twitter, a new follower on Twitter. Stuart Jones, my kids aren't happy with me and my wife because we were meant to be going swimming. Stuart James is in the doghouse. Thierry Cledes, a lot of people on the tarmac, that's well French, yes, indeed it is. This kind of thing just doesn't happen, you know. It only happens in Europe. It just doesn't happen in England, I have to say. The closest you'll get is a water salute. They've done it at Manchester. They've done it at Stansted, you know, and I'm sure they've done it at Heathrow. But even now, you know, they're like, oh, we can't do a water salute anymore because one time we used it and the foam got in the engines and they weren't happy because they had to clean the engines out. Well, fair enough, understand that. Don't use foam, use water. It's quite simple. Anyway, whatever. Okay, Shay Ferrin, they're lined up. Thanks, mate. Mohammed Amak Khan asking if we've got any Air Mauritius taking off. Not at the moment, my friend. We might have some air tests this afternoon, so if you want to stay tuned, then we will be live with all of our channel members for the rest of the day this afternoon, live from Toulouse. And of course, if you want to join us again, you are more than welcome to join us on Saturday. We will be live from Manchester, so make sure you tune in then and catch all the action. Wow, that's pretty nuts. It's a very big tree in the... Oh no, it's not. I was going to say, from here, it just looks like a very big tree, but it's not. It's obviously a mast. But anyway, ignore that. So we're just waiting for them now to... Obviously the cloud cover is still quite low. I'd say broken cloud around about 500 feet at the lowest point. That cloud there is around about 500 feet, I think. Benji Mansell Jenkins. What's that? What's that? The Facebook. But, well, can we tell members Facebook to go over to Freeview, but while we change it over? Is that worth doing? Okay, guys, everybody, all channel members on Facebook right now, can you nip over to Facebook Freeview? We're just going to switch over because we've reached the terminal velocity on Facebook, which is, what is it, 3 hours, GP? 4 hours. We've reached 4 hours on Facebook, so we want to make sure that you get the whole feed. So nip over to Freeview right now on Facebook if you're on Facebook channel membership, and then once we've got that back up and running again, we'll give you a shout and you can nip back over there. So hope that's okay. Come on and say hello to me. I'm on there right now. Good morning, Lucas, tuning in from Montreal. Callum Craney, seen the A350 1000 get moved this morning. Yes, indeed. All parked off down behind those sheds. So we're just changing channel membership, refreshing it basically. So just bear with us, folks. Emrys Davis, good morning. I think these are Ryan Arbuckle. How are you doing? Ryan Arbuckle, I haven't spoken to you for a while. Good to see you in here, my friend. There's the Ryan giving us the weather radar there. Ken Carr is watching. Jeff Courtier. Chris Clark tuning in from Darwin, Australia. Hashtag Aussie Crew. Good afternoon and good evening. Good morning to you. Well, Pierre Holler asking if we're going to be doing the live stream for the 777X first flight. Well, that's something we would love to do, obviously, and something that we're certainly looking into doing. We're also planning our first trip out to the US, which will be an elite, channel membership only stream, and that's going to be going out to Boston, Massachusetts. Daniel Blatch, yes, indeed. It was a funny looking tree. It was just from the oh, okay. What's this in the mega distance here? So far that I probably won't be able to pick it up. There is something. Okay, is it? Okay. Okay, Facebook channel members can head back to channel membership on Facebook, folks. We've renewed it for you. This is a Dassault Falcon, apparently, on approach. That's not the lead aircraft, is it? The chase aircraft, that they call it. Mikey Vander Aaron, good afternoon to you. Andy Gibson. And a shed load more. Oh. Don't forget, guys, if you want to check out our store, we have a decent array of merchandise in our store at bigjet.tv. Basically, is where you want to head is to bigjet.tv to find out everything you need to know about what we do at Big Jet TV. Most importantly, make sure you sign up to or at least subscribe to the Freeview channel on YouTube, so you can get your fill of Freeview aviation action twice a week on Big Jet TV. Oh, here they come, here they come, here they come. We have flashing lights. This is it, folks. This is it. Oh, this is the display team. Yeah. Yeah, decent. Okay, nothing yet. Don't you worry about that one. That's a fact. They've gone back out. Okay, so apparently the flypast group has turned. It's not one of the display to let you know, just keeping you entertained with as much aviation action as we can. Really? No.